Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. Guys, today we're talking about habits. In order for food or any behavior, eating behavior or exercise behavior or sleeping habit, in order for all of this to make positive outcomes, to get positive results from that, we need to make a habit out of them. It's not enough to just eat healthy once or to exercise once, right? Or to sleep well sometime. We need to make those foundational health habits. We need to make them into habits, into something that we do, if not every day, then almost every day. 1 or 2 days here and there when we miss those habits, it doesn't matter that much, but we need to make sure that we do these behaviors on a regular basis almost every day, except for really special occasions, right? If we want, of course, to have more energy, to feel amazing every single day, to look amazing, to feel awesome, to have this rich and deep and fulfilling, meaningful life experience, and not feeling like you're overwhelmed and anxious and worried and just too tired or overwhelmed by life, right? So if you want all this, we need to practice these foundational health habits, what I like to call health 360 habits: food, movement and exercise, sleeping, and of course there are other things like mental health and social connections and having a sense of purpose in our life. But if we don't have, eating, exercise, and sleeping, all these other things like social connections and meaning, going to be really, really hard to get and achieve in our life. So today and tomorrow, we are talking about habits, habit formation. We are specifically taking the material that I'm learning from another great book on habits, Good Habits, Bad Habits, The Science of Making Positive Changes Stick by Wendy Wood. It's quite a recent book, just came out, I think, a couple of months ago. And it's all about the science of making new habits, of breaking bad habits, how we form habits, and how we can use this knowledge to form the habits we want and to not have habits that we don't want, and to break bad habits. Because there is a science to it. If you didn't know that yet, creating new habits or breaking bad habits, it's not simply wishing for it. That just doesn't work. That actually doesn't work for human beings. That's why a lot of people feel, like you might be feeling this too, that you just don't have it in you, that you don't have enough willpower or motivation or, something else, right? The reason why you might be feeling like this and why a lot of people feel like this, I definitely felt like this about a lot of things in my life before I learned how to do better, how to make habits stick better. So the reason why you might be feeling this way is because you aren't using the science. Again, you are trying to wish or want or willpower through to your new habits. That just doesn't work. The science shows it doesn't, for no one. So please do listen to the science. So we already started talking about that on our last episode, over the course of this podcast, we talked more or less about habits because, if we don't know how to form habits, all the knowledge that you are learning here, it doesn't matter. Like if you don't put it into practice, what does it matter? Knowledge means nothing. If you know something but do nothing about it, it's not going to give you any benefits. Being a human health or nutrition encyclopedia does nothing in your life, except maybe making you more annoying for people who are trying to enjoy their food. That I am also sometimes doing. But anyhow, back to habit formation and how to do it by science. Today, guys, I'd like to talk briefly and solely about rewards. Rewards is your doorway. Rewards are your doorway to easier and faster habits formation. Now, if you want to make certain behaviors stick, like eating healthy, exercise, you want to make it stick and make it stick faster instead of taking on average 66 days of repetition to make any behavior feel automatic. Like this is actually the average for habit formation, like 66 days, according to science and a lot of studies. And 66 days is a long way to new habits, and most people never make it to those 66 days. So how to make your habits stick faster? Actually, very simple. We need to stimulate the dopamine release, this neurochemical that our brain makes, that it's a reward neurochemical. It makes any behavior stick faster. Like whenever there is a lot of dopamine while we are doing things, that can be, good or bad for us, it doesn't matter for our brain. If there is a lot of dopamine while we are doing something, the brain is like, aha, this is beneficial in some way or pleasurable. That must be good for us. So let's wire it faster. So this person repeats this behavior as much as possible, as often as possible. So dopamine is that chemical that makes any behavior stick with us faster. Again, good or bad, our brain doesn't really care that much. As long as you are getting pleasure from it, you feeling like you are rewarded by this behavior, your brain gonna remember that, and it's gonna trigger you to make more of this behavior. And in the next episode tomorrow, we're gonna talk a little bit more about that, how triggers work. But today, it's all about rewards. So the rewards that don't work is doing a behavior, like for example, keeping a diet or healthy eating routine, and then telling yourself that when you lose, let's say 5 pounds, you're gonna reward yourself with a nice piece of jewelry or clothing. Probably by now you know that rewarding yourself with food is not a great idea. It's actually counterproductive to health and weight loss efforts. So this doesn't work. Doing something for a period of time and then delaying the reward. For dopamine, it does nothing. If you hear some noise, some beeping noise, there is some alarm or it stopped. So back to reward and dopamine. So doing a behavior and then rewarding later in like a week or 2 weeks, in several days, even in a day, rewarding it after, it doesn't work. It does not make our brain to associate this behavior with reward, and it does not make our brain to release more dopamine. So reward, the right kind of reward to make the desired behavior stick, the right kind of reward is immediate. So it gotta happen while we're doing this behavior or right after. Like the window of opportunity for dopamine release is 1 minute. Seriously, it's 1 minute or less. So you might ask yourself, so how am I gonna this reward thing happen in 1 minute? Like for example, you want to work out on a regular basis, or you want to eat healthy on a regular basis. So now every time you have a healthy, according to your standards, a healthy meal, you gotta make yourself feel good. You gotta find a move, a word, something that feels good in your body. For example, you can say with meaning and like you truly mean it. You gotta say, high five, great job, Angela. Yoo-hoo, we did it. Another healthy meal that I totally enjoyed. You gotta feel this. You gotta feel this enjoyment and nourishment in your soul. And you gotta do this move like high five. You gotta, do high five in the mirror. Do something like this, or, jump in the air, or if you are around other people, you can just say, oh, this meal was really, really good. I really enjoyed it, and really feel this. Don't feel miserable. Don't make yourself miserable. What we feel, a lot of it is in our own hands, in our perspective, mindset, and we can change it at any time, and it takes 1 second. Also, another great way to feel good while eating the meal and right after is to say thank you. that you are having this opportunity to enjoy this delicious meal. Like, a lot of people don't have this opportunity to enjoy their food, to choose what to eat, to choose healthier foods for themselves, to take care of their health through food. Like, feel grateful. Appreciate this fact that this food comes quite easy to your plate. You don't have to work for it. You don't have to grow it. You don't have to like kill animals for your food, or grow your own beans if you are on a plant-based diet. Appreciate this and just feel like, thanks, this was really good. That was really delicious. Even if you say it in yourself, just feel this gratitude. That's another very powerful way to feel really good really fast. Gratitude does produce more dopamine and probably serotonin and a mix of that. But that gratitude, that will help you to make this new behavior, like healthy eating, stick. If that's a workout that you did, then totally do this, high five, great job, I'm so much stronger, you nailed it, you aced it, you a star, Angela, or whatever your name is, who you are, who's listening, right? So make it feel really good. High five your, personal trainer or your workout partner or just your friend who's there with you. Maybe not a friend, just, high five someone else who seems like they're struggling with their exercise. Just make yourself feel good right at the moment while you're doing this. Also, while you're doing this, also congratulate yourself every time you finish a set, you finish an exercise. Like, again, make yourself feel good. Find a way to make yourself feel good. That's the main point. The reward got to be immediate. It got to be linked very tightly with this behavior, this habit that you are trying to do more of. You cannot delay the reward. It doesn't work like this for our brain. The brain not going to link the behavior that you did a day ago or a week ago, or you've been doing even for months. It's not going to link to this reward that you do someday on Sunday, completely separate from this habit that you're trying to build, like exercise or healthy eating. Like having a massage in like a couple of weeks or every month for this, this is not gonna make your brain wire this behavior faster, and that's not gonna help you to form and stick with this habit, this new behavior faster. Like neurochemistry, when we are talking about neurochemistry and like dopamine and other chemicals released that help you to like solidify, to engrave this behavior in your brain, in your body, that's not going to happen unless the reward is immediate. I really want you to understand this very important aspect of rewards, guys. You gotta make yourself feel good right at the moment, right while you're doing this. And you gotta find your way that works for you, that feels genuine and simple and really like, something true to yourself. You gotta find this way to make yourself feel good. And the important aspect of it is feel. You can't just say yourself, I'm happy because I did this, in this monotonous kind of state of mind. No, you gotta feel good. And again, for the meal, it can be gratitude for the easiness, deliciousness of this meal that's on your plate, that you can actually choose to take care of yourself with your food, and that it comes quite easy onto your plate. You don't have to like work super hard for it, right? Then for exercise, high five other people around while doing the exercise that they are doing their sets. They are struggling. There are some people who struggle more than you. That's just universally true. So make yourself feel good while doing it, right after, and that will help you to brain to release more dopamine, and that will help you to stick with this behavior much faster. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. That's all I want you to remember, to learn, to take away from today's episode, that you have this power to make this new behavior like exercise or healthy eating stick faster with you. Make it easier for yourself to repeat it long term, for life. You can make it easier for yourself and faster. Just use reward in the way nature meant it. in the way we are designed, in the way how our body and our brain work. So use the science, try it for one specific behavior that's been really hard for you to do. Start small, try it for this behavior again, and see how better it's going to work. And I have no doubts it's going to work better, because this is just the science of it. Now we know that this is how it works. Now use it, guys. Share this knowledge with others, experiment, test it out with others, because together it's always more fun. And share your experiences, share this podcast with other people. And let me know how it goes. I'd really love to hear about your success. Thank you guys for listening, for tuning in, for learning, for improving yourself and improving others, making this world better for all of us. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you. And as usual, stay tuned tomorrow for more habit science and eat better daily.